Good evening, YouTube. I know it's been a while, maybe a few weeks. Been busy, and I just hadn't had anything interesting. So, and the time frame that has occurred, it was brought to my attention by my battle buddy that there's some things since my basic training video and my AIT video kind of got a lot more hits than usual. I guess there are a lot of people out there who are curious about what basic training AIT life is like. So we decided to give it our spin, or as I would like to call, the Mac and Leslie edition, because we see and do a lot of different things. That's Leslie. Um, the title of this video is going to be Life After Basic, Some Do's and Don'ts, and What to Expect. All right. So Leslie and I are fairly older, or in what we would call the minority of the typical age range for soldiers here. Um, I just turned 28. Leslie will be 27 later this year. We're both married, and so we wanted to kind of give some insights of what that's like as a soldier being here. I guess I'll go first. I've been with my wife. Well, first of all, those who know me, I've known my wife since I was fifth grade. Like, so I met my wife when I was 10. Um, I've been with her for 6 years and been married for four. And this, luckily for me, I'm only 2 hours away from my home. So like, she actually recently came and saw me, and that was really cool. It takes its toll, definitely. Like, you will find yourself. I mean, most of us married people do arguing a little more because like you don't see each other. So because you don't see each other, things are just tense all the fucking time because they're stressing because they miss you, you miss them. But then like the lack of talking, you get offended. Like me and my wife fought for like what was it, like 4 days straight about the fact that we weren't talking to each other enough.
Oh yeah, man.
Like
Andy was up till 3 o'clock
and
in
I
the
was up to
morning
3 o'clock
talking about it.
talking about it. Like we would just be, I was like, well,
I
you on
don't
my
talk to
schedule.
you.
I'm like, I don't talk to you enough, and then she don't call enough. She's like, well, I understand what you're doing, and back and forth. Well, finally, we came to a resolution about it. But like, it puts a strain on your relationship because you're not around. They miss you, you miss them, and you basically take shit, a little more personal because of it. So I'm gonna let Leslie give his spill because he's married too, so he can kind of relate to what going through basic training and going through IT married is like.
I've been married for about a year. I've been with her for a lot longer, and in basic, you get nothing but letters. This is letters all the time, and it's kind of like you talk about how you feel right then, but they kind of get back to you a week later or so. And it's a lot different here. It's a lot nicer because you get your phone, but it's also it kind of hits you more. It's more distracting in some ways simply because you talk a lot, but you don't actually get to see your spouse. I mean, my wife's 2,000 miles away, so I'm not going to be seeing her anytime soon. So you do get your phone, you get to text, you get to have that communication more in AIT, whereas you don't in basic. Don't bring your phone to school.
And I wanted to add to that because every AIT is different. So again, for those who've seen the video, we're here at Fort Gordon, and everything is based on your phase, right? So I was reading our policy letter that basically states the privileges and limitations of a soldier. That if you have a 4 day pass coming up, you can actually petition, and it's approved by the brigade commander or the battalion commander. That, matter of fact, hold on one second. That's my wife. One second. Hello. Hey, are you on break again? Ah, okay. Can I call you right back? All right, I'm calling back. So yeah, okay. So like, based on your phase, you're freaking um battalion commander can approve an overnight pass. So tell me why I go try to get an overnight pass because Memorial Day is coming out. My platoon sergeant's like, yeah, the company commander has a rule saying that we don't really do overnight, we don't grant overnight passes because of issues in the past. I'm kind of like, well, that's messed up. That has nothing to do with me. But again, those are the things that kind of put strains in your relationship because here I'm thinking, I'm telling my wife, oh yeah, babe, I'm able to come and see you for like 4 days, this and that. Or they even try to deter you from like spending time with them. They're like, oh no, well because you're in training, you can't spend time with people in hotels and stuff. But while the policy clearly states it's your family or it's your spouse, you can go to any hotel and do whatever the hell you want with them as long as someone knows where you're at. So
In this case, I kind of covered my battle buddy, been like, oh yeah, I mean, he was he's out bowling, you know, everybody knew what he's doing. You should have seen him coming into formation, man. Everybody knew what he's doing. He came back all loose, all happy.
Anyway,
Everybody knew what he's doing.
Moving to the next subject. So that's kind of how it's like being older. Our bones creak. They laugh and make fun of us. Like, there's a girl in my platoon. She's kind of like my little sister. She always fucks with me. She's like, Matt, were you out when this old ass song came out, or I think I was just being born when this happened. Like, Mac, weren't you like 18? It's like, shut up. I ain't that old, but PT does take its toll on us. Like, we take a little longer to bounce back as opposed to some of the 18, 19-year-olds who, like, there's one guy in my platoon. I know I promised him I was going to work out with him once, like, we got free time. But now he'd be wanting to hit the gym in, like, all of our free time and stuff. And I'd be like, no. He'd be like, Matt, man, why not, man? I'd be like, no, because I'm still sore from this morning. He's like, oh, man, this morning wasn't nothing, man. Let's go lift some weights. And, I love lifting weights. Like, I was pretty muscular. I was a pretty big guy at one point. But, like, now, I'd be like, I just want to sleep. Just, especially on the weekends. Like, oh, my God. We're going to go into that next topic next. Because your schedule here is so demanding that when you get free time is like, shit, do I either sleep, play video games, fucking eat? Or do I try to do all three? So,
When you're our age, you spend a little bit more time on the sleeping part.
most definitely. So, AIT daily routine. Okay, so first, let me as a swing shift, that means I had to take classes at night. I'm gonna give you my brief rundown of my schedule. All right, so on a Monday, I have to be at PT at 4:30 because we have company PT.
Because that's fun.
Because it's fun.
According to the Army, running in large groups is supposed to be
Yeah,
particularly fun.
it builds esprit de corps, supposedly.
So wake up
So
at 4:30.
that's just Monday. So I'm gonna go to Tuesday through Friday. So we have PT at 8, and after having a meeting with our freaking first sergeant today, PT will no longer just be an hour. Oh no, PT will be at least minimum of 90 minutes.
But it was never an hour to begin with.
No, it's been like 2 hours every time. So let's say you finish at 10 something, you have now from 10 to 1300, which is 1, to do whatever. Whether it be go to lunch, barracks maintenance, take a nap, study, whatever. Okay, so now that's your point. Now you come formation at 1. Typically, you'll probably do some training or some other random shit just because they want you to. Like the last week, I swear to God, personal time is supposed to be from 13 to 1500, which is 1 to 3. We have had 0 personal time. They take it. They take it every time. We come to formation and we're like, all right, man, you ready to take a nap? Hell yeah, we're going to go back to the room. We're going to take a little nap.
We have it all planned out, too.
Shit never fucking happens.
No.
Never happens. They take the shit. And then you be mad. And like, our sergeant got actually mad at us the other day because he's marching us. And he's like, soldiers, aren't you motivated, soldiers? And we're like, and they're like, somebody said, Sergeant, everybody in their feelings, Sergeant. And they say, y'all in y'all feelings? Why y'all in y'all feelings? And I piped up and said, Sergeant, we don't like not having personal time, Sergeant. And he snapped. He was like, Soldier, y'all gonna just shut up. Nobody sound off. Shut up. Y'all about to piss me off to the highest level of pistosity. And he, for like 2 days, he was talking about how unmotivated we are. And he was like, you know how platoon sergeants be having stuff going on in their life and they need motivation and seeing our little smiling faces helps them. But it's like, well, shit. Maybe you'd see us smile if from that time that you tell us it's for us, it's genuinely for us. Like, bruh, you tell people you want them to get a haircut. If you take the time they have to go to the barbershop, they can't get a haircut. You tell people they need certain materials for class. If they can't go to the shop at the PX at the time that's allotted for free time, how are they going to do it?
We still got to get our dress blues taken.
Still got to go get our dress blues there. We're probably going to do that tomorrow. But, yeah, you got to take the fucking uniforms to cleaners and get shit done or, study for some shit. They took it from you because you're not supposed to be asleep or doing anything outside of barracks maintenance between the time of after PT to 1300. So that's really supposed to be your fucking slave time cleaning every damn thing. So if you're not cleaning everything, then what are you going to do? Oh, yeah, I'm just going to wait till 1300.
You might get away with studying.
Maybe study for school.
Maybe study.
Maybe. And then, that's that. So then you, 13 to 15, all right, mail call formation. Half the time, they don't even fucking go get the mail. So I don't even know why we have that formation. Might as well just tell us to come at 15:30. Then at 15:30, we march over to get chow for dinner. After a nice rousing speech, yes. After that, then we're supposed to go to class from 5 to 11. 11:30, they come pick us up. 12 o'clock, if they're on time. Sometimes they'll come at 11:45. Sometimes they'll come at 12. Just depends on how they feel. or if they forgot to come get us. So then you go to midnight chow if you choose to, and you come back and you do it all over again. Now the funny thing about it is we have at least 3 to 4 formations a day just for accountability or some information that needs to be put out.
Really, it's to make sure we're not asleep.
Yes.
Or we're not just doing nothing.
We'll make sure we're not being inactive, basically. Like, I can't explain it. It's, hey, we have this formation in place just because I want to see you to make sure you're not fucking off, basically.
They want to make sure you are dressed in your uniform, ready to go, and you don't look like a mess pretty much for the whole day, and that you're not just laying in bed all day.
Basically. So we have formation. Now, technically, anything in the military is early is on time. So it's supposed to be at formation 15 to 10 minutes prior. If you are not there at least 9 minutes prior, motherfuckers start counting you FCR, which is failure to report. Failure to report has become so a big deal now because everybody does what we call is sham and skip formation. They are now chaptering people in our company out for that. You get 3 council statements for being FTR, you will get chaptered for a pattern of misconduct. Pattern of misconduct behavior means you, my friend, are a fucking misbehaving soldier. So we're going to get your ass gone. So, and then our student leadership, they're so fucking power hungry, they jump at the chance to try to get somebody in trouble. Like, oh, is he FTR? Are they here? Well, I'm looking at my clock. What time is formation? Is it 1300? Why is it 12:55 and they're not out here yet? It's like, bitch, you don't even fucking say anything or say report until 1300. So if I just now show up to the formation, technically I should still be okay. But,
they were supposed to be here 10 minutes
it's supposed to be 10 minutes early.
Looks like they are only 8.5 minutes.
Yeah, so, I'm going to have to submit their names. But these same people have been FTR themselves and they'll weasel out of it. But I'm not even going to get into that. So, another chapterable offense. People become fat asses. And I don't say that you can't eat what you want and you get kicked out. What I'm saying is people eat what they want and they fucking fail their EOC, which is your end of cycle PT test. It's a very simple PT test. 60% in everything is the general standard for the Army. So that means at minimum, all you got to do is make a fucking 180 and push up, sit ups in a 2 mile, and you have officially passed your PT test.
And most of these people have already done it once when they got here,
right.
But then they tend to eat whatever they want
every day. Fucking Subway, Charlie's, Taco Bell, Burger King, fucking all the hot grilled stuff from the fucking DFAC. Like the Army has this thing with nutrition where they tell you how healthy a meal is for you. So it'll be green stickers, yellow stickers, and red stickers. Green stuff is the stuff is optimal for athletes. You should eat all the time. Yellow stuff you should eat in moderation. Red stuff you should eat once or not at all. Motherfuckers be having their fucking plate full of red shit. And it just be like, all right, you don't pass that damn diag, that EOC, you're going to be mad as fuck. Because here's what happens. You fail 2 PT tests, that is enough to start your chapter paperwork. It'll have to go to the battalion commander, the company commander, which then he'll have to pass the battalion commander, decide if you're worth the energy to give you 2 more weeks to try and practice to pass your shit, and that's it. But as my first sergeant told us today, you can improve 1 to 2 push-ups and sit-ups in a week, 2-3 weeks time. You can't drop 4 or 5 minutes off a 2 mile. So if all of a sudden you got this little gut hanging here, it's sad.
And the temptation's there, and especially after 10 weeks of not being able to eat anything you really want to in basic. A lot of people, they really rush through that fast food line because they want to start eating whatever they want after 10 weeks of eating green stickers.
But it's crazy because the kind of PT we do is intense enough that if you do it and you actually put out, you will pass your EOC, no problem.
But then integrity because people don't put out.
But then you got the lack of integrity, folks, or then you got the fucking shammers. Back to the shammers. The shammers will fucking, bruh, there are people who climb the side of the building like fucking Spider-Man to get out of PT. Instead of working out for 2 hours mandatorily, you will wait for formation, wait till our formation starts marching, go run to the side of a building.
Into
the shadows, and start climbing the side of a building. You put your life on the line. Fucking falling 2 stories just because you don't want to go run. Sometimes 3-story building just because you don't want to run. It's sad. It's very sad.
Scaling the walls to get out of some push-ups or run. Scaling the wall. I mean, that really takes some effort too when you think about
it. Yeah. It's fucking. It's pretty sad. So we're gonna just breeze right on here. So that's some of the chapter level things that happen here. Oh, alcohol, fucking people. Because getting back to the married people. So we have a speech the other day about platoon sergeant. Apparently, I didn't know this. I mean, I heard about it. I didn't think it was true. Apparently, in the army, if you cheat on your spouse, it's called adultery. Now, it's hard to prove. You have to actually be caught in the act, essentially. But you can get some really negative paperwork up to Article 15s and UCMJ action for that stuff.
And if they don't catch you in the act and they can't get you on adultery, they can get you on something called an inappropriate relationship.
Yes.
Okay?
Basically, you're too fucking friendly with someone of the opposite sex. Or same sex if you're into that. That's not your spouse. And it's funny because my sergeant only brought it up because somebody called up here, somebody's spouse called up here and said, I know the girl's first and last name in my company. This person's been hanging out with him, and the husband basically, we get BAH for being married because we have dependents, which is basic housing allowance and stipend. They ain't been spending the money on them because they've been too busy blowing on this new person.
Y'all getting BAH, pay y'all's damn mortgage.
Right, pay your bills. Like, me and my wife just talked about this the other day. Like, I told her, yeah, babe, go get some groceries, ball out. That money's not for me. I get paid. You know what I'm saying? The BAH is for my family so they can survive while I'm not around. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's selfish as fuck to take your BAH and spend it on some trick. I'm sorry. I don't know the girl. She might not be a trick. But all I'm saying is you married and this person, maybe, but this person supported you when you were going through the whole process, and now all of a sudden you get here and for fucking 16 weeks you can't stay faithful. Like, that's kind of sad. But whatever.
It's not forever.
It's not forever. It really isn't. If you feel like you need to handle business, as my platoon sergeant put it, you gotta let your battle buddy know you just need a little alone time. Fucking go self-gratify, man. Go take care of your business. That's not illegal. That's your business.
Bad battle buddy usually, they can walk out of the room unless they just stir fucking shit out.
Yeah, unless you just got a weird battle buddy who wants to watch, and that takes it to a whole another level. And then you need to call Shark. Okay, you need to call somebody when they do that. But some of the other things we wanted to talk about were things that kids. That's the sharp line numbers there. Things that kids waste their money on here. Okay, well, one is what we like to call legal speed. It's performing enhancing drugs that basically is supposed to keep you awake during class and give you mental focus. Now, he takes it. Maybe he can give you his pill. I ain't never touched shit, so I don't know.
Yeah, I got some that somebody was recommended. I didn't really spend too much on it, but it was a really good deal. But I don't know. A lot of people get that, and they get a lot of other stuff, and pretty much it's really hard sometimes to stay awake in school when you don't get any sleep and you've been doing PT all day, especially, and school's just not really. It's a little boring. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I take at least a 10-minute nap every day in school. Not that I'm proud of it, but you gotta understand, we get there within our first hour is right after we just ate dinner. So naturally, my body is taking all the blood from my brain to my stomach to digest food. Fucking getting the itis, man. I'm trying, but sitting in front of a computer like this, it's taxing. It's taxing.
All those keep me awake pills from the GNC kind of start being a little pretty appealing here.
Yeah, don't do that. It's expensive. You can tell you how much you spent on it, but it's just expensive.
Yeah, I bought like one box of it, man. It's too expensive. I don't even want to talk about it. Makes me angry.
Fucking Xboxes, that's a lot of shit to people. Now, I get it if you're a gamer. I have an Xbox One. It's not fucking here with me. You know why? Because I feel like it's a distraction. I don't even have enough time in the week from the false sense of personal time they gave me to even play it. But there are people here who lose their minds and play Naruto, I don't know, the ninja or something. I don't know the name. I'm sorry if I offend anybody. They play that shit all the time. UFC 2, that's a cool game. I've never played it, but they play that. And they spend money on essentially shit that's frivolous because, for example, there's a guy in my platoon. It's 20 pairs of shoes. We only have 2 days of free time. Where do you wear 20 pairs of shoes?
Civilian clothes in general, we can only wear them 2 days a week. You do not need a full wardrobe of civilian clothing.
Not at all. Or buying a projector. Now, a lot of these active duty people buying projectors and fucking 30-inch screen TVs, and we're only supposed to have 20-inch screen TVs.
19.
Well, no more than 19 to 20. And then all of a sudden, when you get your orders to ship out and shit, you're like, you want to buy my projector? You want to buy my TV? Like, no, you should have fucking thought about that when you bought a projector just so you wanted to put a damn TV video game screen on your wall. Like, that's kind of a waste to me. Like, I don't know. Maybe because I'm older and I got a kid and she actually needs shit that I can't see myself spending $200 on a fucking thing to project shit on my wall. I have a laptop. That's it. I could just launch my laptop. That's really all I need. I don't know. It's sad. Like, it's sad when you meet people who've never had any sense of responsibility in their life, and so for them, like they can just blow money. Like I talked to another guy in my platoon. He spent 20, no, $700 on a whole wardrobe just because he could. Like because these are people who've never really had money before, and so now they're getting it, and all their basic, needs are taken care of: food, housing, clothing, because you wear uniforms all week. And so now I have all this extra money. But the thing is, as an E1, you don't even fucking make that much money in the first place. Like I'm an E3, and I don't make that much more than they do. But I'm damn sure not blowing it on stupid shit. So I don't know. I ain't trying to hate or nothing, but I know a guy who gets a package like every fucking mail call, and it's like, bruh. But then you talk about you broke all the fucking
And
time.
there's people here that spend a bunch of money just on like their little games on their phone and shit.
That too, they be playing like what is it, Beach Wars or?
I don't know.
It's like one of the games that are made by the people that make Clash of Clans. They spend a little digital money or actual money on shit for their games so they can develop their characters more. So
Whatever kids these days are into.
I guess. But the final topic, because this video is getting a little long in the tooth, so we want to wrap it up. And we got formation, of course. Fucking formations. Anyways.
Big part of the
Inacts, right? So there's two types of inacts. There's you quit. There's you're under investigation for sharp. I'm sorry, 3 types.
4 types.
Multiple types. You don't want to be the one that quit, because then you are entitled. You're the entitled shitbag. You're here. You don't want to be here. You know you're getting kicked out the army, so there's nothing they can do to you. So you act like an asshole all the time. You talk back to NCOs. That's one type. There's 6 people who've been here for more than 2 years under sharp investigations. Sharp investigations are sexual harassment, assault, rape prevention. So you have done anything in that realm sexually or made anybody uncomfortable, whether it was founded or not founded, you're gonna be here for some time because they gotta investigate it. And just the army makes a priority of it, but the army also has a lot of other priorities, so they will get to you when they get to you. There's the inacts who didn't pass their EOC the first time around, so their orders got pushed back. So when they graduated, they didn't leave with their graduating class. So now they're here waiting to get new orders and go wherever the fuck they're supposed to go. And then you said there was another type of inact?
Yeah, people that are getting shafted, waiting on going home for that.
Yeah, the medical people who are getting chaptered, or again, as I said, the first ones, the badasses, the people who can adapt to the military. So now they're getting chaptered because the military wants nothing to do with them. Bringing liquor in, hosting fight clubs, trying to have gang rape sessions. Yeah, real shitbags. So, again, this has been Mac and Leslie here. I hope this video has been inspiring for some that will eventually come to Fort Gordon or whose AIT is similar to this. And just, keep in mind, this is not how every AIT is, but after basic training, there are things to consider and think about. And, it's not just people tell you, oh, it's like college after basic training. It's not at all. You got to have some sort of form of discipline or you're not going to make it. Because for whatever reasons, we're actually here 17 weeks, but people can't seem to handle the fact of, oh man, I got a little more freedom, so I'm going to abuse it. But we can't talk too much because...
We've got 2 minutes.
Well, be a uniform. Don't worry about it. But, anyways, we're going to go because we got to go to formation. So, yeah, it's been Mac and Leslie here. Check it out. I'm going to post it, and see you guys next time.